The clock is ticking. Sequence 48. Copyright Ella. 2 weeks later ****, the sun shone brightly in the sky as she walked towards the house. At the door, she pressed her finger against the doorbell and waited. The door finally opened, greeting her with a blast of cold air and a whiff of Maya's perfume. "Salma," Maya exclaimed. "Hey," she kissed her cheek. "Gail. I know, right?" Maya stepped aside, making room for her to come inside the house. "Come on in." "Thank you." She walked into the house and looked around. This house always felt like home for her. Maya closed the door. "Let's go sit out on the patio," she said. They went out of the sliding glass door to the covered patio. There was a teak table surrounded by a couple of wood chairs with cushions on the patio. Maya sat down with a heavy sigh and asked Salma to take a seat too, and then she grabbed a small remote from the table and pressed a button. A cantilevered umbrella opened and covered them in the shade. "So how have you been?" Salma asked, staring at her huge baby bump. "We have been fine," she laughed. "Pregnancy looks good on you, babe. You are glowing." Maya smiled. "So I have been told." A few minutes later, Maya's maid brought some drinks and snacks. "Thank you," Maya told her. "You are welcome, madam." She smiled before rushing off. "So where have you been? Why did you just disappear on me? I couldn't even reach you on phone. I had to take time off everything. Your brother hurt me badly. I knew this was about Chard, but wait, why did I end up paying for his sins?" "Because we are twins." Salma took a sip of her juice. "I was confused, babe, and I didn't time to move on." "I see. I just realized I shouldn't have even dated Chard in the first place, and besides we never really had a serious relationship, so it was childish of me to throw tantrums like I did." "You have grown, my friend." Maya laughed. Salma rolled her eyes. "Whatever. So what's new?" "Well," Salma shrugged and a blush stained her cheeks. "Spit it out." Maya lightly hit her. "Should I met someone?" she said. "You did." Maya screamed, "And he is very serious about us. He event wants to meet mum next month." "OMG." Maya exclaimed. "Unbelievable, I know, right, but I feel it's just too soon and he is rushing things." "Babe, let things unfold. If he is serious about you, then let him meet mum. Some men are that serious." "I will take your advice and do just that," she said. "I'm happy for you, like seriously. You have been through a lot. You deserve to have your own piece of heaven." "Thank you." They spent a good deal of their afternoon lazing by the patio and catching up on each other's lives. ****, she woke up feeling sick to her stomach. Rolling out of her bed, she rushed to the bathroom and threw herself at the toilet. She barely made it in time. The water in the toilet splashed as she threw up. When she was done, she leaned back against the wall and wiped her mouth with the back of her hand. For 3 days, Maddie had been vomiting in the morning and after meals. She was beginning to get worried because she was experiencing the same symptoms she had when she had been pregnant with Trini. She rose to her feet and hurriedly walked to her living room. When she flipped the calendar back, fear took a firm root in her stomach. With all the stress from Chard and her family, she hadn't even noticed she was late. "Lord, I can't be pregnant," she prayed silently as she returned to her room. She walked into the bathroom again and splashed some water on her face and brushed her teeth. Afterwards, she changed into a short black dress, grabbed her car keys and rushed out of the door without informing anyone about where she was going to. She had finally gotten herself a new maid, and her sister Vanessa had moved in with her. She had appeared on her doorstep a week ago after having a huge fight with her husband. As she stepped out of her car, her heart raced. She was frightened by the thought of being pregnant. Her relationship with Chard was unstable. Besides, they hadn't talked about kids and she didn't know his thoughts on having more kids. As soon as she bought a pregnancy test kit, she drove back home anxious to find out if she was pregnant or not. "Morning, Auntie," her maid Blessings politely greeted her as soon as she walked into the house. "Morning, Blessings." She hurried to her room before Blessings could say anything else to her. She was glad to find Trini still sleeping. She entered a stick in the pee and dropped a dot of it on the little circle and waited. She paced back and forth as she waited for a few minutes that seemed like an eternity. She picked up the stick and checked. It was positive. She was pregnant. Oh Lord. Her heart beat even faster when she took another test and got the same results. She sank to her knees and let the tears fall. How could she have been so careless? She must have forgotten to take her pills after sleeping with Chard. This was more than she could handle. She already had a child out of wedlock and now a second one was on its way. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Thomas, what the hell are you waiting for? I thought this deal should have been done by now. Emma growled at him. He don't like to rush things. If you rush you crush. You can crush for all I care, but I am personally running out of time, she said. Chrissy gulped down her beer and hiccuped. Why are you in such a hurry? She asked without looking at Emma, who was almost exploding with rage. Chard and Maddie might end up together again and it will be hard for us to separate them. Besides, his sister Maya has been acting cold and strange towards me. I think she is onto something. You know I love Maddie a lot. I want the house to be perfect for when she moves in. Those stupid painters messed it up and I told them to redo it. Just give me one more week and I have her out of your way. I can't wait that long. Then fuck off. Chrissy said. To say what? Emma gave her an awful stare. I said fuck off. You just didn't. Yes I did. Emma laughed. Where did you pick this one from? She asked the Masrelax. Thomas Sato. What's your deal with me? It's Chard, right? Emma laughed. You are jealous because it's me he wants to end up with and not you. I am sorry mama, find your own man, stay off mine. Chrissy clapped her hands together and clapped. And what makes you think Chard will end up with you? I am his baby mama da. And that's what you will always be. Emma stood up and walked to where Chrissy was sitting. You are playing with fire, kiddo. Find your own man. I don't have the energy to fight with you. Chard will choose who he wants to be with. May the best woman win. Emma Sadie won already, she mumbled under her breath. Enough ladies, I will move in with Maddie by the end of this week, then you can start fighting over Chard. For now, let's just enjoy ourselves for a job well done.